$70 games will go the way of the dodo, believes Saber CEO.
I also want to point out that I believe it was earlier this week, the same dude came out and said, nah, Embrace is cool. So the former intern Embracer CEO believes developers will move to reduce the risk and costs. Now, I'm curious, does this mean they're going to start saying, nah, we need more money? Or are they saying the $70 shit's just not going to work?
I think he means it's going to be cheaper. Because I reckon what he's kind of like hinting at here is companies aren't going to spend $300 million on a fucking game.
Well, not many of them can sustain that. So Saber Interactive CEO... Yeah?
The ones that will continue to spend that much money will go to fucking business.
Yeah. I think that's what he's saying. I don't think he's saying, oh, games are going to be $100 US. I don't think he's going to like that for base edition, right? I don't think he's saying that.
That'd be pretty awesome, though. Comes up and be like, we're going to charge you $4,000 for the base edition.
Space Marine 2, $6,000. Matthew Crash believes that $70 games will eventually become a thing of the past as developers move to reduce costs and risk in an increasingly challenging AAA games market. I feel so vindicated at the moment, man. Speaking to IGN, former interim CEO of Embracer Group, Crash discussed Saber's disinvestment from the Troubled Group and where he sees Saber's place in the market as a standalone publisher. So the executive said he believes Saber will encompass studios like Nimble Giant, which does Star Trek Infinite, 3D Realms, which does Iron Fury, and potential 4A games, which has Metro, occupies a position between independent studios and AAA publishers. And he cited Helldivers 2 as an example of the middle market, a game it would like to emulate. He told IGN that one of the upcoming titles, Space Marine 2, will retail at $70, but only because his concerned audiences would see a cheaper price as an example of poor quality.
That's a fuck. I don't know about that.
Oh shit!
Yeah, shut the fuck up. You pay like $40 for Helldivers 2, and then you're citing that as being a great game. Well, are you saying that you're worried that people would think your game is as high quality as Helldivers 2?
Well, this is the thing. You look at fucking Skull and Bones, and you look at fucking Helldivers, right? Which one do you reckon is the fucking $70?
On average, I will say this, and I'll make this a statement. On average, you get better value for games that are cheaper than games that aren't. And that I'm not just saying the fact that you don't have to pay as much. I'm saying the games are better that are cheaper.
See, I wonder what happens, and I know, all of us aren't really big fans except for Mossa, but I wonder what happens when you go up to these people and say, Minecraft.
Minecraft, I don't think Minecraft's what's Minecraft
Minecraft is, how much is Minecraft these days, Moz?
Oh, fuck, $30, 40, 50, maybe.
And it just fucking burns them all, man. So I think that as games become more expensive to make $70 title is going to go the way of the dodo. I just don't think it's sustainable. Look, remember the hype for Cyberpunk, which I think actually ultimately performed okay. Oh, dude, this dude's an idiot.
Yeah, this guy is the most brain dead, fucking autistic.
No, what he's trying to do is not. He's trying to like do his double speak so people in the industry don't go after him. That's what he's doing.
You gotta be like the dude from Larian Studios.
Yeah, it makes it hard to tell what he actually thinks though when he does this like double speak where it's like, well, Cyberpunk was pretty good and Helldivers is a great game and it's cheap, but we don't want to make our game cheap because we're gonna think people are gonna think the game's bad. But Helldivers 2 is the best game in the world right now, so it's like, he's trying to fucking weasel his way out of decisions that they've made.
You gotta be like the Larian Studios guy who just gets up there and goes, nah, this whole thing's fucked. Take a stance. Take a fucking stance. But when the expectations are so high and so much money is put into one title, it's hugely risky for companies that's doing that. What if it fails? So, I mean, I'm not saying... I really don't think there's a reality where Space Marine 2 underperforms. I think worst case scenario, it might be like a Dragon's Dogma situation where it sells incredibly well, but people just walk away from it going, yo, what the fuck happened here? Space Marine 2 is going to sell.
Well, hold up. Like, can we go back to that and read this? Like, Okay, but the expectations are so high and so much money is put into one title, it's a huge risk. It's hugely risky for the company that is doing it. What if it fails? Yes, that's what we're saying. Like, yes, and they do fail. And guess what happens? The company uses a lot of fucking money. Like, here's the thing. How much money has been put into Space Marine 2? What's that budget? What happens if that game fails?
Yep.
Yeah.
So are you gonna take your own advice, right?
Oh, what a fucking idiot. You remember what happened with Ubisoft a couple of years ago? All their titles slipped out of the year, and then suddenly they were in an entirely different place. It's hard to recover from that. Well, as we just
they're all
saw.
shit. If you develop shit games, it's gonna happen. Even if like you're making a $40 game, right? And it's fucking dog shit. People aren't gonna fucking buy it. Maybe people are more willing to buy it than refund it later. But and they might not be as angry because it's $40 in a full price game. But at the same time, if you make a dog shit fucking game, and it's like awful. Like I wouldn't want to fucking even pay $40 for Skull and Bones. You know what I mean? Let alone fucking 70 US. So they need to also just stop making dog shit fucking games.
Space Marine's probably like their biggest thing that they have going at the moment, right?
Yep. It's the only thing they got going, right?
Yeah. I think the market is going to shift to development, which is not necessarily lower quality, but there's going to be an emphasis of trying to find ways to reduce costs. Now, I think we can all think of a few ways how to do that. With thousands of job cuts.
Oh, the studios have found one way. Look at all the fucking job cuts. There we go. That's the way that they're cutting. They're not actually cutting the budgets, which is the key part. You could probably keep most of those people employed, almost all of them, if you just cut the budgets a little bit.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a real shortage of game content over the coming few years, he said.
What? Oh my god! That actually might be
exploding in popularity. AA is going to take over the industry. No, don't worry, man. We're good. We're good. You got nothing to worry about, dude.
I'm sorry. That might be the dumbest fucking take I've ever heard.
Yeah,
there's going to be a shortage of games. No, there's going to be a shortage of fucking AAA games because all their fucking employees are going to get laid off, and then those employees are going to have to either go to AA studios who are able to hire, indie studios that are able to hire, or they're going to have to try to fucking become entrepreneurs out of just basically out of being fired and not having another option. Like, that's not great, but we'll still get games. We're going to get more games, actually.
It's already happening with AAA. There's less AAAs now than there's ever been, right? It's already slowly happening. I mean, look at PlayStation. They don't have a fucking game coming in for ages, right? And in more and more companies, that's going to happen to because most of them are shit and failing, right? I mean, it's crazy to say fucking...
Well, to be fair with the Sony thing, I think it was that they don't have an original.
No, it was a big IP.
Big IP.
Like an established IP. They don't have something coming out of an established IP until next
year. So they're still going to have stuff coming out. It's just, is that stuff, if you market it well, people will buy it. Look at Helldivers.
Ronin. That's good.
Yeah, Ronin.
Also, that's the opposite. That's the other side of it.
You've seen how many layoffs there have been? You see how many games have gotten killed, but we have we have a lot of good projects going on that I'm proud of and I feel really, really strongly about. Okay, listen, here's my advice for Saber. Don't let this guy talk.
Yeah, what the fuck? Just make you a good game. Because Space Marine 2 looks fucking good. This is where most companies fuck up, right? Is they start yapping. And just yapping. And some of them even have a good game, but then you hear them talking like, fuck, man, I'm losing interest. And then all of a sudden you don't pre-order or you wait too long and it's like, yeah, some of these companies, they need to shut their fucking people up and just make a good game. Prove us wrong by just making Space Marine 2 so fucking good. It's undeniably the best game of the year.